I have been doing my workshop,
Hey.
Rewrite My Fire. Do you remember this one?
Oh God, so beautiful.
It's
Where did you do that?
so for the selection process of the BAs in dance at Escort Hall, and I think it's a lot about texture, creating texture, finding visual textures to sort of create a, a collective collage with the other screens. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of like move the camera, find something, show it, share it.
I see.
I guess I'm already answering our first question for what I've been dancing today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Ooh.
And you,
Yeah, me
Yali.
too. I'm full of I'm full of dance. I God,
Tell
so
me about it.
thi- this morning I took a class. Even
Oh,
with whom it's been so bad. Uh, I'm so sorry. Sigal?
yeah,
Sigal, yeah. She's giving a class in
yeah, I
Coolberg.
know
She's
Seagal.
based in Berlin.
Is she, yeah, German. I was thinking, I know her from Germany.
Y- Yeah,
And how
yeah,
was this?
yeah, from Berlin. It just felt like, oh, yeah, was very inspiring.
Mm.
She has this language, I'm scared, and I'm like, oh my God, yes. No, I don't know. There is something interacting with language as u-
Yeah.
is usually they have such a like I don't know. There is something beyond language, you
Mm.
know, that I don't know. She communicates so well. It's kind of like which cannot work like this, I thought. The language, the only way for language to work is like clean and clear communication. It's like it's not like dance or body or
Mm.
like that somehow they can communicate you also other stuff.
I think what's interesting is like
And then I
in
was
our
having some also.
in our technical space, we're also like losing language, and there's this like
Tell me. Yeah.
glitchy delay, maybe of internet connection, and then like the the breaking up of microphones, the different audio, the capturing, the AI that sort of filters out certain sounds and things. And I mean, and with this workshop that I was doing, this like working with Zoom as well, like it, and the video, you there's such a it's such an interesting thing because it echoes actually maybe the difficulty of using language of um, fully capturing exactly what dance is doing or what dance is for. So it's kind of interesting um, in the same way as you're
Um,
saying, like They
Yeah.
use language so well in comparison to like
Yeah.
how hard it is to use language when describing dance, or maybe anything.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, you're right. I mean, language is not only words and grammar. It's also uh, sounds, different way of sounding. There's also how you relate to language, body and language. What also how the language can be also enhanced.
Yeah, yeah. The visual
So yeah,
language,
in that sense, as you
the
say.
the tone of the language
Oh
of the
yeah,
spoken
and there
word,
was a there is a in,
technological language. Yes, say.
yeah, and it's so interesting. There is in Kulberg there is a dancer. I think it's called Panos.
Hmm.
Is he uses sign language.
Aha.
So there was also an interpreter in the class
Oh, wow. Nice.
that would translate the words into signs for him.
Yeah. I'm dancing outside of frame. We were
Yeah,
speaking
obviously.
we were
I
speaking a
can
bit
see
about
you.
dancing for oneself, um, dancing, um,
Right.
partial dancing, maybe partially captured. So like um, there's all these sort of partiality type things, and already I think then we are very close to what I was talking about in the workshop this week of copying and interpretation, and this sort of the impartial nature of 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 copying and what we assume is copying, um, of being close to
Hmm.
or sort of like translating into a an order that makes sense, that sort of has its like yeah, that feels good. I mean, I spoke about this of like, we feel when it is closer or when it is further away from being good copying. And I wonder, like, how much of that is like,
Yeah.
super like objective, or how much is like just a social agreement? Like, okay, I feel like there's a consensual allowance, affordance in this room to say like, oh, this is good enough. This is good enough. I'm close enough.
Hmm.
And maybe
Yeah.
and that's sort of embodied in oneself, like in one's
Ah.
own self-policing.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I suppose the main that we are really speaking about the main senses, maybe most of the time is visual
Yeah.
and how co coping it could also be a lot about just creating similar aesthetic.
Mm,
Um, or make sure that the eyes got the same inputs.
yeah.
Well, I suppose. I mean, I don't know actually, but uh, yeah. But I maybe you're speaking about taxonomy, like oh, when it's like okay, that's a good. That's the thing. That visual thing is exactly the same, or is
Yes.
copying.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
actually.
think I think the reason I was interested in
I do
like
suppose.
working with it was because we do it so much in dancing. Like it's such a important process. What was you going to say? I do suppose.
Yeah, I also think it's no, no, but it's also one of the main point. I mean, learning tools we have in life, the first
Yeah,
learning tools, right? Copying.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm also suppose, I mean, there is this connection between dance that is based a lot in copying and then learning how to live as a human
yeah,
that is based also in copying. So there is also this such a big connection between dance and be human.
yeah,
Um, I think you also, yeah, the copy, I don't know. It's not exciting to speak about copy, but I just like you speak about this beautiful. Yeah, sometimes it's exciting to just see how the simplicity of copying can make us feel like understand stuff.
yeah.
Um,
And can also like sort of provide a sense of agency, like that one then can act because they know within what the frame is they're acting, in comparison to sort of like a free improvisation where the codes, the aesthetics are unclear. In copying, the aesthetics feel readable because they're right there in front to be copied. And so the
yeah,
ability to sort of
yes,
own it and have control over the creativity of it is somehow a lot
yeah,
easier to understand.
yeah, both from a choreographic perspective, from the choreographer perspective and from the dancer perspective. I mean,
Yeah,
also some it's very satisfying to get the task it's to copy and to get as near as possible to that.
yeah,
I'm thinking, I mean, synchronization also. I mean, I mean, as a human things, it's like it's so
yeah,
powerful too to be together at the same time.
yeah,
And maybe it's coming back from the last episode, following
yeah,
because copying is following.
yes.
And when we are in a group, oh my God, I go back all the time with the same things. I'm so sorry about this.
No, it's
We are
good.
in a group and we all like sing together, like we all follow each other and we're all copying each other.
Mm.
I mean, it's such a powerful experience now.
Yeah, and that's what I was maybe trying to allude to earlier was the consensus that is felt when one feels like they are doing a good copy of something. You know, when one is following well. Because I truly believe like I mean that's what I was focusing on a little bit was like we know when we feel like we are copying well and copying badly. And I believe like when one feels they are in consensus with the group, there's a sense of belonging, there's a sense of um existence almost like my movement exists, it counts, it matters. I matter in this composition. I am
Yeah.
I am actualized as a clear compositional and amount in relationship to the composition, to the group, to the.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and that's not to say like all dancers want to feel is
Yeah,
that they
right. I am
exist,
equally
but like,
important and
mm,
yeah.
uh, but at least
I
for
mean
me,
they
maybe there's
want
a
to
sense of that.
probably all dancers want to feel that I do feel probably all dancers want to feel that what they do
Mm,
as a importance. Like importance, I mean like if they're not there, it's
yeah,
different.
yeah,
And they make a change in what it is. And
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe, yes, God. But I also want to say that, oh my God, I love the easy way of this, what when you speak about re-elaboration.
Say that again. Real
In
appreciation.
like how do you say re-elaboration? No, no, re-elaboration.
Ah,
It's not what you speak
re-elaboration. Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. To to
Re-elaboration, yeah.
to elaborate on something.
Yeah, I mean, you're speaking basically also that could be called maybe translation from
Yeah,
one medium to the other,
exactly.
from one
Ah,
experience to the
reformulation. Maybe
other.
this is what I say.
Reform and not is the, I'm so sorry. Good,
No,
you're right.
no. But I also like this
Reformulation,
re-elaboration.
reform.
It shows a little bit of the process of your thinking. Because I mean, there's something
Uh,
very
yeah,
interesting, isn't there? Like this idea of the one-to-one copying there's an impossibility, even though body like if it's like two bodies copying each other, there's they're very very close compared to say um like a body copying a sound or a sound copying a text. Like they're fundamentally different, but also equally it sort of exemplifies maybe or causes us to have to
yeah,
consider
yeah,
or think about that bodies are also
but
different,
even the body, a body on body.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. And also body think differently. Like
Yes. Yeah.
it could definitely be that certain bodies are much more into rhythms than, and they are still maybe busy with the sort of like, basically could be that the same body also to reach the same things go to a different pattern.
Yeah.
To reach the same, copying the same things and other body in itself.
Mm.
So it's like you in that sense, it's a reformulation. It's what you
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly speak about.
And I think the question then becomes like, okay, so if we can't copy exactly one to one, uh, then what are we doing and how? In what way are we reformulating? And how can we practice that? And I think these practices of translation and reformulation and the creativity that comes with that is a really good way of like gaining knowledge and a felt sense of what it means when I feel as though I am doing a good copy or a bad copy. Because they're two different things, right? Like I can theoretically
Yeah.
understand
Hmm.
like, oh, this is a kind of copy, but it doesn't feel like a good copy. It doesn't feel like a good one-to-one, even though I can theoretically like argue, oh, but I will never be able to copy one-to-one. I can still feel as though like, oh, I'm really close. Like this feels like a copy. Uh,
Yeah. But also the step between reformulating and taking inspiration from, it's very little.
yeah.
I it's very I'm working on a little 3 minutes solo,
Mm,
and I got a poem from it. I took a
mm-hmm,
poem, someone gave me a poem for that solo, and I'm like, the poem in itself, it's so beautiful and open ups things
mm-hmm,
that open ups to different people, obviously. And then I get into this, and then I start to create a connection and with my own experience and my own like images
mm.
that nobody would order else,
Yeah.
and then from there on I start to dance, and then it's totally like It's like in some moment I'm like, yeah, that's a very like, yeah, I am trying to embody, and then I'm like after it's like, oh, but this is really far.
Yes.
This is just my interpretation, my connection to what the image I get from the poem. Nobody else can.
Yeah.
Or me making a system out of this poem also.
Yeah. And there's I mean,
It
it's
reminded me
funny
that I
that
work
you're
with
working with
I
a
was 20,
poem
yeah, I was
anyway.
even 18 maybe. I worked with choreographers that they show me exactly, they did what exactly you said.
Yeah.
Oh, what is going?
Wow, the connection is really lagging. I think I'm missing parts of what you're saying. And but what I wanted to say was a little bit that there's something very poetic about the what you're describing, this sort of interpretive relationship between materials. And sometimes I like to lean into that. I like to sort of give myself the permission um, to allow my personal in, and I know it's extremely personal interpretation to be like enough. Like I don't need to doubt myself, and I can sort of swim in there and enjoy that. And I wonder where that confidence comes from. Why I don't necessarily need to feel validated in my reading, why I don't need to find the truth or the collective truth of it.
Hmm.
Maybe it's just from
Hmm.
having looked at dance, been with dance for so long. And it can be really powerful as well
Hmm.
to sort of like, I see this. And it's like a meditation, in fact, like using the object in a way to sort of to untangle a thought or deal with a sensation or a theme or something that I'm dealing with in my life, in my understanding of the world. Very curious what your poem is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice poem about the Sphinx from Tova Gerg. About
Ah, yeah,
yeah, I mean it's not about Sphinx, it's about she bring up the Sphinx in her poem. It's
yeah.
about the need for space, um,
Nice.
and yeah, it's both in English and Swedish.
Yeah,
And she bring up the Sphinx, and it's such a like mystical figure that
yeah.
open up for me so much.
We're so commodified. This is something I've been thinking about in a way, like to to find spaces for certain types of being, certain types of living, certain types of life. We are pushed and persuaded and taught to believe that we have to purchase those experiences, those spaces. You have to buy into them, pay time to be in a dance class, um, to go to a nightclub, to take a coffee, to taste coffee, to be with others. like that
Mm.
these things are these experiences and these parts of our lives, they're commodified, and in, bigger way, often they're extracted from us, like we're sold back our own life. Like
Mm.
if we take this idea that to be human is to dance, and we're always dancing, and then we have to go pay to be able to live that part of our life,
Mm-hmm.
to watch dance, to be with dance, to
Mm.
someone was speaking, it was saying like that one of these AI companies had said something like um, that the AI chatbot will, or the AI will eventually provide intelligence. You will purchase an amount of intelligence. And the
Mm.
irony is like, so rather than owning our own intelligence, we would buy intelligence. Rather than
Wow.
being intelligent, we would sort of purchase. And they equated it to like water, how you pay for an amount of water from the tap or from the convenience store.
Yeah. But I also must say, I mean, we create a really we create a really complex experience. I had so many experience with in such a iteration. I went to class many days, many times, many different class. So I also see that our desire for complexity or cultural in itself, it's grown so much that
Yeah,
yeah, it's commodified, but also because the desire of complexity we want to have.
yeah,
In that case, in the case of culture, of course, this is what
yeah,
I mean. Because of course, we go to see a performance and we can appreciate probably because we saw so many performances in that kind, so we
mm,
kind of recognize what we're seeing and we see the details, we see the color in different way, the
mm,
sounds and whatever that means, the values that we know that we already pre uh, embodied.
yeah.
So I'm thinking about that, the repetition of something valued by us.
And yet we're sort of craving and working towards um, being surprised and challenged of our even our learned
Ah,
intellectual, like art going understanding of what art is and the codes and how to look. We're also desiring that that is challenged in a way as well. And on a fundamental
yeah,
level,
totally.
everyone should be able to connect with another body just in proximity, because just the sheer similarity of existence, of being, surely that is
Mm.
shared
Hmm.
regardless of one's education or cultural heritage.
Mm. Yeah,
We
thank you for such a nice
Yeah, thank you. We have had a few technical like glitches, and I'm tempted to say that's fine and we'll leave it in. Um, if anyone is listening, please let us know your thoughts if we should improve our technical setup,
Mm.
or if this is an expression of the medium and the mode and the difficulty of putting into the world these dances, these experiences, that they have mediation through technology, through language, through convention, through systems and structures. And there is always a kind of glitch, be it one that is acceptable and tolerated, like punctuation, or one
Mm.
which
Mm.
is less tolerated, like bad editing, bad or like poor technical equipment or poor internet connection. So yeah, I think that would be good. No, if people want to tell us, if someone has listened this far, let us
Right.
know.
I Yeah, would be super nice. And also I would add
Mm.
if they enjoy our dinner section of tonight. Not dinner, sorry, evening section. Today we recorded in the evening, so
Ah,
it's
you
our
do.
first.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it's
it's true.
three in the
Sorry.
afternoon in America.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm in
No,
Stockholm.
no. I bless
Peter
you.
is still
I did also
far.
that's also a thing. No, you're tired and I'm sort of at the peak of my day.
All right.
No, but Yari, thank you
That's it's
for
like I can't
joining me
anymore
so
about
late.
that today. Thank you,
Uh,
dear.
uh, yeah. See you next week. Hi, thanks for listening. If you can support the podcast, please go to paypal.me/dancepeter. I'm just looking for a little bit of funding to help support the cost of the hosting. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much.